Hall of Fame broadcaster Marty Brenneman here. It is the Mayor's Office with Sean Casey, and it starts right now.
Chancey, what's up, brother?
Happy Friday.
Doing, man? Good, man. How's everything going? Happy Friday to you. How's everything going up there in Long Island? You guys got snow? We got hit.
Tons of snow. I think that's going to be a theme that we go through here during the show. But I'll tell you what, yesterday was a traumatic morning. So I wake up a little late. And, you know, like you said, the weather's changing up here in the Northeast. Things start to get weird. I come downstairs. Jess is like laying. She's like sitting on a couch. She's working. She got up before me. She's grinding on her laptop, whatever. I walk down and I look and I see my cat. My cat is like just perched behind her, but like looking up at the corner of the wall. We have like a kind of exposed brick corner of the wall. And then we have, the regular wall behind it. And I'm looking, I'm like, what's the cat doing? I go do something else, come back. And I'm like, why is the cat staring? It's staring at the Christmas tree, whatever, because it's still up in the corner. I'm freaking lazy. I still haven't taken all that down. So I'm going to show you this right now. There's a cat on the bottom. There's that little circle up there on the top, right?
Yeah.
Zoom in a little closer. There's a mouse.
Oh, my gosh, dude. The poor guy's probably frightened out of his mind.
He is literally straggling in the top right-hand corner of my living room like this, and he's looking down like this, and my cat's just sitting there waiting for him to fall for like 20. And now, of course, once I tell Jess like that the mouse is there, she's just freaking out. She's like, oh my God. And you know, we have 2 dogs, we have a cat, we're animal lovers. She's like, don't kill it, don't let them kill it, don't let them kill it. And usually I let, like, when the mouse is running around, I'm like yelling at my dogs and cats, and I'm like, get it, you got it. So she's running around. She's trying to get me a chair to get up there. I'm shaking, whatever. I just woke up. I literally just woke up to this. So she gets one of those big, you know when you get those containers you can put your cereal in instead of the box?
Oh, yeah.
She hands me one of those, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And she's like, just get it. So I'm like, climb up on this chair. I open the thing. The thing's looking down on me like, what?
Yeah.
And so finally, I'm like, come on, dude, this is it. This is your life. This is your life in my hands right now. You got to jump in. I swear, Sean, the guy listened to me. He jumps in the container. I close it. Jess is like screaming out of her mind. She's like, take it out of the house. So I run, no shoes on.
Wait, do you have a lid for the container?
Yeah, no, I have a lid. The thing was trying to like jump up, and I'm like holding the lid down. I couldn't close it because it had those like clamps, and I'm holding, and I'm like, open the door. She opened the door. I'm running in my backyard, like 25 degrees. It's about to snow. I have no shoes on. I have like pajama pants on, and I'm like half crying. I get it halfway to the thing, and I'm like, don't attack me, bro. I open it. I swear on my life, Sean, this thing took 2 steps in my yard, looked back at me, and gave me like a, all right, man, thanks.
Thanks, bro.
And it just started hopping like a rabbit into the woods. And I was like, this is ridiculous. This is not a good way to wake up.
So good. You know what I love? I love that, like, in the house, like, the women just are like, hey, get the mouse. I'm like, you get the mouse.
Yeah. Hey,
listen, that's not a man's job to shoot. Get that mouse.
No, it's true.
But obviously, you bought in, Chid. You're like, yeah, I'll do it. But you're like, oh my God.
No, I'm terrified too at all times. It's always like, oh, hey, there's a poisonous spider in the bathroom. You got to come up here and get it. And I'm like, what? I'm terrified as far. But anyway,
that must be the theme right now, because it's funny you say that. Pajamas, being in your pajamas, coming out first thing in the morning. Like, my heat broke yesterday. So I'm like, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? But then it snowed last night. And then it became a big deal. Like, you know, you're in your house, you're like breathing, you know, you think it looks like you're outside, your breath's like fogging up. You're like, what the heck? I'm inside. I'm freezing. Yeah. So it's like, it got down to 50-some degrees. A buddy of mine had just come in last night from Cleveland. He stayed the night. And on my Ring, he was like, hey, I'll park at the top of the driveway. I got a 4-wheel drive F-150. My driveway, bro, is like this. Look, It looks like the K2. It looks like
like with a ski jump.
It's like the 14 peaks. Like, my driveway's the 15th peak, bro. Like it's like Mount Everest, you know. So I have a heated driveway underneath, right? But for some reason, I don't know if it's too cold in the house, the thing wouldn't turn on. So I'm like, that's great. I have this freaking expensive driveway, it doesn't even turn on. First world problems, right? So I look out. My Ring thing goes off on my phone. So I'm like, ding, ding, and I'm like, oh, let me check it out. Front door, and there goes my buddy. I'm like, oh, Tim's out of here. So Tim. He goes up to his F-150, puts it in drive, and I'm like, man, I've seen this movie before. This doesn't work out well in my driveway for whatever reason. So next thing you know, Jay's like, whoa, I see his tires start ripping. Next thing you know, I see his car just going down.
No.
Swear, bro. And in my neighbor's yard, there's a bunch of like trees, and all of a sudden, I'm so going on. Boom! He goes right into the trees. So now I'm on the phone. I'm like, bro, are you all right? I just saw you go down Mount Everest and freaking into my neighbor's tree. What's going on? He's like, no, I'm not okay. I got to get out of here. I'm stuck. So I come out, man, slippers on,
What time is
pajamas.
this? What time is
It's like 7. It was like pretty early, not super early, 7:30. I'm out there. Next thing you know, I'm shoveling, no gloves on, just grinding through it. I got a little bit of salt left from last year. I'm like, fine. I'm shaking the salt. Boom, and then I called my neighbor. I'm like, can you get over here? His kid's like 20. We need help with the drive. Anyway, it was mayhem. We ended up getting him out, bro. He spun out. He was out there on his way to Cleveland. Just a huge dent in the side of his car, all the way up, scratch and a dent. I'm like, my bad, bro. But it's not my bad. It's just, I said, you should have stayed on the street. Don't ever come into my driveway when the heated driveway is not working.
And what is he got, an F-150? Those things weigh like 9 tons. You're not stopping.
Tell Ford to clean it up, man. What are we advertising? You watch an advertisement from Ford. They're in Montana in the mountains in like 8 feet of snow.
Carrying an aircraft carrier up it.
Carrying an aircraft carrier like the F-150 is so Ford tough. I'm like, no, it's not. You go to Sean Casey's driveway in Upper St. Clair, PA. This thing ain't doing shit. It's going down the hill into a tree.
That is so fantastic. All right, but so here's the next thing. The sign that our brains are starting to merge into one, it's really freaking me out, okay? Because we look for these videos now. We love doing the fun stuff on Friday. We love talking about this stuff. And so this morning I'm like looking for the hacks because we did the hacks last week, the one with the tinfoil, whatever. So I found this hack this morning and I was like, oh, this is cool. It's perfect. It snowed up here on the East Coast. And I'm like, I'm going to send this to Sean. Take a look at what this is here.
Chinch.
Yeah.
I swear this is unbelievable. This wasn't planned.
Yep.
None of it. It's unbelievable. I sent you a video saying, dude, check this new hack I got out. I'm just, ripping through this thing. Check this out. It's unbelievable. Snow hit Pittsburgh last night. New way to get the snow off your windshield.
Nice job.
What? 100%. Anyone listening or watching, we did not do that on purpose. It's unbelievable how that stuff happens. And that's the first time I've ever done that, man.
That is
first time I've ever done that.
I sent that, and you sent me at pretty much the same time, and I'm like, there's no way. Because I've been telling Sean, I'm like, get your daughters to make you do some of those stupid dances, the TikTok hack dances. He hasn't done it yet, but so I'm like, oh, let's try to do some of these hacks, whatever. We didn't plan it, I swear. It's so unbelievable.
Great. I know, dude.
But it works.
And it worked, dude. That hack works. The only thing that doesn't work, a couple of times I sprayed it, freaking snow went up, and I'm like, it got really down my sweatshirt. I'm like, okay, I gotta angle it better.
That's amazing. All right, well, that's a good hack. Anyway, by the way, if you have some hacks and stuff, we'll keep doing them. We got nothing else to do but do this show, and we like doing it. So if you guys at home have stuff, send it to the mayor's office.
Yeah,
send it to us account, our YouTube
at the mayor's office. Yeah, or Instagram at
Let's do it.
Mayor's office MLB. Give us some good hacks. And
send
us some video of your hacks, and we'll play them.
Yeah, we'll play them, and then we'll try to do them and see if they're any good, and we'll tell you if you guys are good or bad at it. It's fun. All right, so now we keep going here. The other thing we started doing is figuring out kind of like the news of the week. Right now, again, this is a work in progress. You guys are all coming along the ride with us. Right now, we're just going to call this Sean's News Stories of the Week. Right? Fun enough. All right, let's get going, though. I like doing this. What's your first one? It has something to do with two idiots and weaponry.
This is unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up. Okay. So, in 2 Arkansas men have been arrested on suspicion of aggravated assault after police say they each shot each other while taking turns wearing a bulletproof vest. That's why it's funny. Are you kidding me? It says the Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette reports that 50-year-old Charles Ferris and 36-year-old Christopher Hicks were arrested Monday. A police affidavit says the 2 men are neighbors and were having a few beers on deck.
Of course they were.
Sunday. Of course they were. Nobody is sober that shoots each other with a freaking bulletproof vest on.
No.
When Ferris told Hicks to shoot him with a 22 caliber rifle while Ferris wore the vest.
Wait, a rifle?
Yeah,
don't
bro.
those things spray? I'm not a big shooter. I don't know anything.
Dude, I don't even want you shooting me with a dart gun.
Or a BB gun,
like,
right?
yeah, dude, you ever played paintball? It's
Yes.
scary. It's so scary, paintball.
Wait.
So I'm like, so this guy, he wants to shoot him with a 22 caliber rifle right to Ferris's vest. The affidavit says the shot left a red mark on Ferris's chest, and he was angry. He got angry. I thought he was going to be in a great mood. The affidavit says Hicks then put on the vest, and Ferris unloaded the clip into his back.
Oh my!
Causing bruises but no serious injuries. Court records list no attorneys. Neither man was represented by an attorney.
No shit. First of all, let's stick with the actual subject line. First of all, I don't think we have to say don't try this at home, but you do. That's kind of why you see, like, when you see like a big metal jar or something and there's a big label on the side that says do not microwave this, you're like, who does that? Well, guys like this that shoot each other, they do that. That's why there's warning signs anywhere. And in here, when you just mentioned paintball, a thought popped into my head from out of nowhere. I was in like second or third grade, and my brother is 6 years older than me. He used to have to like babysit for me, but he would have like a couple friends over every once in a while, you know, and they'd be hanging out. And he got for Christmas a paintball gun. And this is back in the day. Think about us. It was like mid 80s, whatever, when we first found paintball guns. It was the coolest thing for kids, even though it was probably like, back then it was the most dangerous thing in the world. I'm sure they weren't like safe and whatever. But so we're playing around and shooting targets, and we're up in my brother's room, and he's got his friend Henry Larson there. I'll never forget it. And my brother had his shirt off, and he was like, you know, whatever, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. I was probably like 9 or 10. And I had the gun, and my brother's just lying there on his back, and we're all talking. And I was literally, I'm not kidding, I was like a foot and a half away from him.
My God.
And I had the paintball gun, and I just point down, and I have really good eye. I have like superhuman eyesight, like 25 or something like that. And I looked down.
Ed Williams.
Dude, I fired this thing off, and I hit him point blank from 2 feet and away with a paintball, and it was a direct hit on his nipple.
Oh my God!
I swear. And his entire man breast for 12, 14 years, it was purple for a week because of like the bounce and the pressure.
Did he try to kill you?
I have to say one thing. My brother never beat me up. I guess he was always a tough, crazy guy, and he never beat me up. But dude, I mean, there was a little, you know, there was a little chokehold here and there for a minute, but we got through it. But anyway, that is ridiculous.
Oh my God, dude,
Yeah.
Well, you know what, dude, one quick paintball story. When I was with the Reds, you know, our rookie year, Barry Larkin's like, all right, let's get together. We're going to do paintball in St. Louis. And we're just going to, you know, we're going to a team camaraderie. So, that sounds cool. But at the end of it, remember Chris Steins, little righty,
Yeah.
good player.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steins, one of the best teammates ever. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm getting buck naked, and I'm going to run for it. Everyone take their rips. Frickin' Steins, he puts a jock. I think he had a cup on. He takes off running buck naked with a cup on. Everyone's just unloading on him like Reggie Sanders, Brett Boone, just boom, 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 boom. And dude, he gets to the end of this field, and Steins is all welted up as Welzel.
That's amazing. We're all idiots. This is all
Only
men.
baseball.
You know what's funny? Here's the theme already so far. It's only men we're talking about right now.
Yeah, no woman's running with doing that stuff and being like, hey, ladies, take a rip on me and just course me with some paintballs.
Okay.
Nice.
However,
100-yard run.
we do in Sean's news stories of the week. We do have a feminine story.
Yes.
Let's hear about that.
Yes, this there's a lot of women are finding that nowadays 2021, 2022 women are spray tanning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but they're also
breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding, right? And that's not a good. Turns out that's not a good combo. I found this
combo.
One video.
It's okay to breastfeed. It's not a good combo to tan.
On Fox
to spray
20,
tan and breastfeed.
Yes,
is what
yes,
you're saying.
yes.
Let's
That's
be
what I'm
clear
trying
about
to say. Well, this lady had just spray tanned herself. I'll have to send you the video.
Okay.
But the video is the mom. Then went breastfeeding, and then pulls the baby off, and the baby's face is like half from here up is spray tan. So I think the problem is the nutrients of the breast milk and the spray tan, that could be a problem for the baby. So, but it's a funny story, really funny story.
That's funny. We'll get the video. You got to go to our YouTube page. It's unbelievable. That's so fantastic. All right, see?
God.
So now it's not all men. Well, you know what? It really wasn't a woman's fault, but then again, I don't know. Should you go spray tanning before? I don't want to get into that. I'm not going to get into trouble.
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
You do what you got to do, whatever. Just maybe be careful with the spray tans. All right, back to the dumb men here. But although this guy's not really dumb, he was actually pretty smart for a bunch of years, but now he got caught. To explain the story. It's a crazy story.
Yeah, this mafia guy has been running from the law for 20 years, and obviously Google Street View, you can't go anywhere now.
No,
I don't know if freedom exists anymore in the United States because not even mafia members can hide from Google Street View. Caught this guy and they arrested him after 20 years on the run.
That's unbelievable. You know, I saw this article too. You know, Cencimino, we always see when you see mafia, you want to make sure you know what family members are involved in. But so I saw this too, and the crazy thing is, it's like he hasn't talked to his family in 10 years. He's been so safe that his family hasn't even talked to him in 10 years, and all of a sudden, of course, the Google truck drives by, or the Amazon truck, and you're pinched. You're pinched.
It's crazy.
Diabolical genius for 20 years. Well, you know, I'm not giving the guy credit. Listen, he probably did some very horrible things, and I'm glad he's probably caught. I think he was like a hitman. I don't know why I'm trying to have his back right now.
Because you're Cincimino.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably a distant relative.
Stay together.
But you know what, though? Like, it's crazy. I've done that before, and like, all of a sudden you go on the Google Maps every once in a while, and you look at where you live or something, or you look at somebody's house, and you're like, wait a minute, that's my car. I haven't had the car. Wait, that's my new car. They just saw me. I didn't see them driving down the streets. And you're like, what are they doing? Who's doing this? Unbelievable. It makes me nervous. But, you know, the other thing here, living on Long Island, these days, there's this one guy, I got to give him a shout out. His name is Long Island Wise Guy. He must be a comedian or something. But I always talk about living on Long Island. And it is a very bizarre place. It's great for the most part. My parents both grew up in Long Island. Right.
They're two bizarre people.
Exactly. But, you know, I remember, it's true. Jerry
Love you, Mom
Seinfeld.
and Dad. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld, on his, he did the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Eddie Murphy. And he mentioned this, and he goes, it's so funny, because they're both Long Island guys. And he's like, it's kind of weird. There's something funny about Long Island. It's funny and it's weird, and I think it just... And he was so right about it, because you go down the street at any given day, and you're like, what are these people doing around here? Now, this Long Island Wise guy kind of exploits that stuff, and he puts up great videos. He posted this one the other day about what it's like going to the gym on Long Island right after New Year's. Take a look at this.
Dude, that's not just Long Island. I think that's most,
that's probably
most places in the United States. Yeah. That might be Pittsburgh too. But dude, it is. You know, it reminds me. The other day, I'm at the gym, and like when people are doing stuff wrong, and you're acting the fool. Sometimes you're like, man. Sometimes you want to help them. There was a kind of little old lady over there. She was doing lap pull downs, and she was like doing this, like. It was like, and she was bringing, it was like, and like, she was like 1 rep, 2, and I was like, ma'am, can I help you? Is there a chance you want my opinion? She's like, no, I'm good, honey. I'm like, man, you're doing it wrong. You got to lock your back in, bring it right to the front. But I'm like, there's so many people like that in the gyms, terrible. Like just doing their own thing. Like, I mean, you know.
Yeah, you can't help them all. You got to pick your spots. The biggest pet peeve for me is like the grunting, loud, you know, roid head guy who's in the gym, who's our boy Matt Yaloff always says, like, oh, throwing that cold steel around, like, and like dropping the weights, and like, oh God, I hate those guys. I just hate those guys. I'm sorry if you're one of them. Don't beat me up, because you probably can, but I hate those guys. Here, one other quick thing from this guy, because this is a great point too. And this one's titled Long Island. I think it's Long Islanders getting ready for 2022.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can feel that. I can feel that here. Oh my gosh. Those guys, dude, the fact that they have enough, that just shows you how strong the mind could be.
Yeah.
That you can just let loose on yourself like that. and still survive.
I could never. If you walked by me too close in that area, I'm down for 29 minutes straight.
That's just thing, like when your buddies are like, they'll give you that nut shot, and you're like, oh man, that's not cool. And you're down, you're on the kitchen floor for 10 minutes, going, oh, what happened? Johnny just gave me a nut shot. I mean, I can't imagine just unloading myself. No, fully punching. Or some guys, they take like a big log, and the guy slings it right in there.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. Don't try that at home, number one. The other thing is, I got the 2.5-year-old niece now. That kicking power, bro. Oh my God. You get a 2-year-old kicking you in that area.
Oh, dude, heads up.
Over.
They don't understand either. I don't know. And who told them to do that? What the hell's going on around here? I'm like, wait, why are you kicking who told you to kick me in the balls?
Yeah. Okay. We've come so far. This is great. Okay, last thing, though. This is our new favorite thing because we did this last week. First of all, I just love hearing Sean read because he's such a good reader. And I like when he chimes in the middle of his sentences. It's great.
This is competitive.
Well, hold on. We got a title of this. We're just calling this the list of the day. Sean's
list of the day. Okay, great.
Go. Let's get going here.
27. These are unusual careers.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, the first guy on there is Joey Chestnut, who my son Andrew called Johnny Chestnut. Dude, the guy's name's Joey.
And by the way, this all stems from a few weeks ago. Sean saw the woman who was selling her farts in a jar. Yeah. And it's just got him just infatuated with how these people make money. Keep going. Sorry.
Well, here's one. Speaking on the breast milk one, number 7 is breast milk. You can specialize. Site says only the breast specialize in selling breast milk, and prices range from $1 to $2 an ounce. I'll tell you what. But it could be. It's controversial because you don't know what's in the people's breast milk. So who knows if that's going to be a good job or not? No. I wouldn't accept someone else's breast milk. Would you?
No, not personally. First of all, I've never had. Well, I mean, I probably had it, but that was about 40-something years ago. I'm not looking for it, and I don't know. Well, I guess there's some good stuff about that. I guess apparently.
Yeah. Now, well, all right. Well, how about this one? This is probably right up your alley.
Okay.
Sample beers. World of Beer, a chain that operates more than 70 restaurants and bars in 20 states, hired 4 Drink It interns for the summer of 2017. The interns were paid a salary of $12,000 plus travel expenses to write about their beer tasting adventures for the company's site and other outlets. Hey, if you're 20-something years old without a job, that's probably a good gig.
$12,000? Here's the question, though. If you're doing that job and I'm 25 years old and you hand me a check for $12,000 to go drink, I'll be back in 2 days from Las Vegas with $0, and I would have probably had I'd be like, all right, Bud Light's really good, and I like Michelob Ultra. That's all I kind of really drank. But thanks for the $12,000.
No, you have to try. No, you have to try the IPAs. You have to try everything, bro. Everything.
Oh, you do?
Well, yeah, you have to do it all.
That's not a bad gig, though. You could do that. Well, you can do that whenever you want.
That's a great gig as a young kid. It's a great gig. How about posing for art class? Art schools and other institutions that offer drawing classes often hire live models to pose for them. Applicants must be generally comfortable posing both clothed and in the buff. I'll tell you what, dude, really quick. I took a class in Richmond one time, an art class, and a girl showed up. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought it was an art class. A girl showed up one time naked, sat there for the hour class, like this in a pose. And I'm like, first off, I can't draw. Second off, this is so weird, awkward. But it turns out she's right there. She must have read this ad, and she's one of the ones that took the ad. And I don't know what she got paid, but it must have been good money. I could never.
I don't know. Probably everybody's got their own body dysmorphia disorder, so I give people credit for being able to do that and be comfortable. I had this. It just made me start thinking about locker rooms. I'm sure you have horrible, rated X locker room stories about dudes that just were always the naked guy in your locker room.
Pete Harnish.
Yeah, you said that. But I had a buddy. His name is, I won't say his name, but when our coach would come into the locker room to give us a little speech, going into the weekend or something on Fridays, doubleheader Saturday, doubleheader Sunday. And this dude made it a point, and he told us all he was going to do this one day. And so our coach would come in and give us these hardcore speeches about the weekend, and we got a big series and want to win an Ivies, whatever. And this dude would just walk up and he would just stand next to him, and he would do it whether he had showered or not. He would just take his towel, put it over his shoulder, and just stand next to the coach, buck naked, going, "That's right, coach. Let's go. Come on." And he was it was almost like, when you
always one in the bunch.
Oh my, it always one in a bunch, right? Unbelievable. I don't know. You probably have some more X-rated stories about that.
That's I got a lot that goes there. That's for the next episode.
Well, anyway, we got a big weekend ahead of us. You hopefully get your heat back. Hopefully nobody else goes down your driveway in a bad way. Hopefully there's no more mice in my house right now.
Yes.
And that's it. We got through the week. But again, we love doing this on a Friday. We love catching up with you guys a second time during the week just because we miss doing this. We love doing it every week.
Into the weekend, yes. Into the weekend, brother. Hey, Chinchy, I'm going to get my heat back on. Driveway fixed. Make sure there's... Hey, usually where there's one mouse, there's a bunch of them. So get ready for that.
I know.
Get ready for that. Get your dogs and your cats ready. All right, man.
I will, buddy. All right, have a great weekend, everybody.
Love you, man. You too. See you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. See you. See you, everybody. Chinch, support this week for the mayor's office is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0, baby. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code THEMAYOR at manscaped.com. I tell you what, though, I love these things, Chinch. I've had them. I've had Manscaped 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and this is the 4.0. This one has a new sleek design. It's perfect for guys like me, though, dude. I'm one of the hairiest guys going.
That's a fact.
And that's the fact. And forever, man, forever, I've been looking for the best trimmers. Even going way back years when I was playing, I'd always nick myself up, cut myself as the worst. These trimmers right here, man, they are the best. They are the absolute best. Trims up my back, trims up my arm, the jewels, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But this trimmer is the absolute best. The 4.0, the lawnmower from Manscaped.
I can vouch for that. I know Sean wears a sweater 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and he needs this. He sent me one. I'm so psyched. I shave with it. That's how good it is. That's how
yeah, and Chinch, I've tried every one you could try. Every clipper you could possibly buy, I've tried.
Yeah.
This by far is the best.
Yeah, Sean puts a clipper on his. It'll break the clippers, but not the Manscaped.
Yeah.
So
everyone should have this, bro. Everyone should have one of these.
They absolutely should. So here's how you get it. Okay, you get 20% off and free shipping with the code the Mayor. Right, Sean? The Mayor.
Yes.
At manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping. Manscaped.com and use the code the Mayor. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped, and you can look as clean as Casey does now. When he doesn't use a Manscaper, it's like Sasquatch. There's people call cops. Unbelievable.
Lawnmower 4.0. Go get it. It's unbelievable, Chinch.
Do it.